Some dates feel like punctuation marks in time. A comma that asks you to pause, a question mark that demands reflection. December 7th, 2025, astrologically feels like a quiet but unmistakable turn of the page. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, but it carries the unmistakable energy of realization, the moment when you suddenly understand why certain things had to unfold the way they did. In astrology, not every significant day comes with eclipses or retrograde headlines. Some days matter because of inner shifts. December 7th, 2025 is one of those. It's about alignment, truth, and the subtle but powerful moment when awareness catches up with experience. Sagittarius season, the search for meaning peaks. December 7th falls deep in Sagittarius season, a sign ruled by Jupiter and associated with truth, wisdom, belief systems, and higher perspective. By this point in the season, Sagittarian energy has matured. The initial restlessness of late November gives way to something more focused and purposeful. Astrologically, this day emphasizes the difference between knowledge and understanding. It's not just about learning something new, it's about realizing what actually matters and what no longer fits your worldview. People often feel on December 7th a need to be honest, even if it's uncomfortable, a pull toward bigger questions about purpose and direction, a strong desire to simplify beliefs and commitments. This makes the day important because it naturally exposes contradictions between what we say we value and how we actually live. Jupiter's background influence, accountability for growth. Jupiter, Sagittarius ruling planet, plays a major role in why December 7th, 2025 carries weight. Jupiter governs expansion, luck, and opportunity, but also accountability. Growth without responsibility eventually collapses, and December 7th highlights that truth. Astrologically, this date encourages reassessing long-term goals, checking whether ambition is aligned with ethics, letting go of exaggerated expectations. There's less tolerance for self-deception on this day. Overpromising, misplaced optimism, or blind faith tend to fall apart not as punishment, but as correction. December 7th is important because it reframes growth as something earned through clarity, not illusion. Mental energy, insight over noise. The mental energy around December 7th, 2025 is unusually sharp. Thoughts feel clearer, but not rushed. Instead of jumping between ideas, the mind settles on what's essential. Astrologically, this is a powerful day for decision-making, strategic planning, honest self. People may suddenly understand why something hasn't worked yet or why it never will. This can feel sobering at first, but ultimately freeing. Recognizing the truth closes doors, but it also opens the right ones. What makes December 7th significant is how naturally clarity emerges. There's less emotional distortion, less overthinking, and more acceptance of reality as it is. An energetic bridge between vision and reality. One of the most important astrological themes of December 7th, 2025 is integration. Sagittarius dreams, big butt dreams, must eventually meet reality. This date acts as a bridge between vision and action. It asks questions like, which dreams are grounded enough to pursue? Which beliefs need updating? Which paths are inspiring but unrealistic? Astrologically, this is not a day for reckless leaps, it's a day for intentional direction. Plans made under this energy tend to be practical, values-based, and that's why December 7th holds weight. It quietly recalibrates ambition, emotional tone, honest.com, and resolute emotionally. December 7th, 2025 carries a composed and self-aware frequency. Feelings aren't buried butts, they're examined rather than indulged. Astrology suggests people may feel emotionally steady but introspective, less reactive to others' opinions, more comfortable setting boundaries. This balance between heart and mind is rare, and it's what makes the day astrologically special. Emotions don't overpower logic, and logic doesn't dismiss emotion. Together, they create sound judgment. For relationships, this energy brings important clarity. Conversations may not be dramatic, but they are real. And what's real tends to endure. Karmic undercurrent, understanding consequences. While December 7th, 2025 is not tied to a classic karmic event like an eclipse, it carries a cause and effect awareness. Actions taken around this time often feel consequential, not in a heavy way, but in a meaningful one. Astrologically, this can show up as realizing the long-term impact of past choices, recognizing patterns that must end, understanding what responsibilities can no longer be avoided. It's not about regret, it's about responsibility becoming visible. That's what gives the day its quiet gravity. Spiritual significance, inner truth over external approval. Spiritually, December 7th emphasizes alignment with inner truth, not external validation. Sagittarius energy moves away from pleasing others and toward living authentically. Astrologically, this is a powerful day for reaffirming personal values, letting go of borrowed beliefs, reconnecting with a sense of personal faith, religious or not. Many people experience subtle spiritual reassurance on this day, not euphoria, but certainty. A calm, this is right feeling, even if the path ahead is challenging. Collective energy, conversations that shape the future on a collective level. December 7 often aligns with discussions about truth, education, justice, and long-term vision. Sagittarius governs global thinking, and Jupiter expands ideas outward. Themes introduced around this date tend to reappear later, especially when future transits revisit similar degrees. Astrology views this day as a seed moment. Ideas planted now often influence decisions months down the line. The power of quiet certainty. December 7th, 2025 doesn't demand attention. It doesn't arrive with chaos or spectacle. Instead, it offers something far rarer: clarity without force. You may not remember the exact conversation. You may not mark the date in your calendar. But you'll remember the moment you stopped convincing yourself. The moment of truth settled in calm, firm, undeniable. Astrologically, that's why December 7th matters. It's the day you don't argue with reality anymore. You align with it. And once alignment happens, life doesn't need pushing, it begins to move on its own.